All right, it's off the ball going to the races. We have a racing virgin. We have a racing veteran. How many times have you been to the races?
5 times.
Okay, that's enough. And we have the best dressed one who is going to a wedding after this. Or maybe it's court. And of course, we have the man who's going to beat the bookies for us today. What do we expect from Kilbeggan?
A whirlwind in Westmeath. We're going to kill it in the ring in Kilbeggan.
This track in particular, it's quite unique. It's quite a sharp, fast, undulating track. We've worked hard over the years to make it as safe as possible for horse and rider, but hopefully over the years we've brought down the fall rate, and it seems to be a track that's improving in that regard.
They go out there knowing the risks. They're happy to take that on for their enjoyment and the enjoyment of the sport as a spectator sport. My dad was a racecourse doctor in Clonmel and Tipperary and Thurles, Tipperary racecourses down where we're from. So I was, a teenager in the ambulance with my dad at the races. As soon as I was qualified enough, a few years out of med school, I started working as a racecourse doctor, and I enjoyed it. And then I became a turf club doctor, and now I probably do 70 or 80 race meetings a year.
How many horses do you have?
Just the one.
Okay.
Just the one. This is it. Whether he pays for a few more now or not, I don't know. I couldn't tell you yet, but we'll see how it goes. A lot of lads talked for years about getting involved, and then we just said, we'll just go for it and see how it happens. And it's worked out well so far, and it's great old crack, really.
Well, listen, we'll let you go and watch it. Best of luck. Cheers.
Thanks very much.
Well, normally enough, it's all national hunt, which is jumps, and the last race is always a bumper, but it's always for sort of the intermediate standard, if you will, put in GA terms of horse racing.
Any tips for us who aren't having that many winners?
Well, the second last race was my own fancy. I'd have a big interest in national hunt. Consharon by in the 740, so that's my tip of the day.
Nice one. We'll see how that goes later on. Brian, thanks a million.
Sure, more welcome. Thank you.
Could I have a 5 each way, number 8, please? Nice one. Thank you. He's still at the back.
Oh yeah, he's an ass like and hard at work.
Is this the
It's just a very good social evening to be out. You're not too far away from home. When you're here in the Midlands, an hour will take you a long way in any direction.
Yeah.
So we hope that we're providing a good service to the people in that regard.
These smaller tracks are very important. Everyone, it's great.
Yeah, they kind of keep the industry going.
They do, yeah, definitely. You look at the crowd here again tonight, and it's not the nicest evening. It's great.
It's great when you've had a winner anyhow. So yeah, delighted. I know Kilbeggan's great. Always a great atmosphere here. Great crowd and good fun.
We're a racing club. We set up there 3 years ago. We're all members of An Garda Síochána. So there's 134 members in the club. So it's surreal what has happened to us. It's a fairy tale stuff.
The odd winner like today really helps as well.
Oh, come here. Look, we've been very lucky, but that's down to the likes of Willie Mullins and all the staff in Closutton. There's so many down there, that you'd be afraid to miss out on one of them. Like Ruby and. They're just brilliant to us, and it's not just because of our guards or anything like that. It's just because they treat every person equally.
Now, we said at the start of the night we'd have a whirlwind in Westmeath. We'd kill it in the betting ring in Kilbeggan, and Touched by an Angel. I think it was something like to do with an RT TV series years ago. I don't know what it was, but I know that we got the Reddies here from Off the Ball. Where are you from, Marcella?
From Dundalk.
Very good. You having a good night? Are you winning or are you losing?
Winning a little bit. Yes, winning a little bit. But it's been a good night, great atmosphere here tonight, and the weather has been great, and I think everyone's having a good night. They've all enjoyed themselves.
Like myself, coming out to the last race here, as the horses have now left the bravery.
Freewheeling Dylan has the advantage from Don't Kick Nor Bite, Milquest, and then behind these is Sharon Boy, but up towards the line it's going to be Freewheeling Dylan for Conor Maxwell and Dermot McLaughlin Newby. Don't Kick Nor Bite, Milquest, Sharon Boy, Sandy Cole and Burn Down. They will fall in by Ringrun Castle, pulled up coming on the straight and then the job. You got 2 rides and you have 2 winners. Not a bad night.
A great night. The first mare was very good. I just had to literally steer around, jump off in front. she likes to get on with things. The second horse is it was his first run. It's a difficult track on their first run because you're always turning. The ground is quite uneven, so it's a little bit more difficult with him, but job done.
And Mason's daughter is a syndicate of guards, and from guitar racing to syndicate of guards, I think that's the democracy of racing in a nutshell.
Exactly, yeah. Well, it's very important to stay in with the guards. So, yeah. So it's great to see her doing well for them. But James Fenton is the main man there, and he's done a fabulous job leasing well-bred fillies. And I was involved in getting her leased. That's why I got the rider today. But it just, you don't have to have hundreds of thousands of euro to get a decent mare. There's a group of them. I don't know how, there could be 80 or 100 in a minute, and they have eight mares, all in training with Willie. And they're getting great sport. So, syndicates are great fun, and they're always here in a big crowd. They always enjoy their winner, and it's great to ride winners for them.
I suppose Kilbeggan, it's a small rural racetrack. It's one of the most successful rural racecourses in the country, and it plays a huge part in terms of catering for the ordinary horse. We're very fortunate here in the fact that we've all the top trainers, national trainers running their horses here: Willie Mullins, Noel Meade, Henry de Bromett. It's worth a huge amount to the local economy because it's the only racecourse in the Midlands, and it's very well supported from a lot of the companies.
We probably don't access a lot of the fact that this happens, and like it's part of the ebb and flow of a summer in the Midlands is to go racing in Kilbeggan.
People come racing to Kilbeggan firstly to come to meet friends, to come to make new friends, and to come for a social evening out. And quite a number of companies then use it to bring their staff for evenings out. And here this evening we have 3 or 4 companies all on staff nights out. People come here and we're getting huge feedback from people that they go away having a most enjoyable evening. And that's the key. We're getting huge feedback from all the trainers bringing their horses here, that they're going home having won races, and also that their horses are safe going home because we put huge effort into preparing the racetrack.